Jalen, welcome to the studio. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So tell me about BCDI Denver. What is your community like? Why is your group needed?
Yeah, so BCDI Denver was founded in 2015, and we are currently transitioning to BCDI Colorado so that we can serve the entire state. And so we've been seeing a lot of movement with the influx of people coming into Colorado, so we just want to make sure that we're serving a larger net of community now.
Your model, I believe, is called Empowering Bright Beginnings for Thriving Tomorrows.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so we know that a lot of brain development and things happen ages 0 to 3, and our market that we target is early childhood from ages 0 to 8. So we want to make sure that we're investing as much of our energy and time into young children so that they can have successful futures.
So let's talk about some of the areas that you're really focusing on. I believe one of them is policy and advocacy.
Yeah.
How are you working with Colorado policymakers, and how good is their listening skills?
Yeah, so currently we have a lot of coalitions that we sit on, including Child Care Awares, Alliance for Early Successes, grant that they did for different states to make sure that we are empowering families. So providing policy and advocacy that looks for FFN providers, making sure that we're prioritizing mental health and wellness, and looking at holistic services that really hit some of the things that our children and families need.
Tell me more about the mental health and wellness. Such an important area. How do you talk to parents about that? What are some of the challenges that families are seeing in that area?
Yeah, so we've seen an increase of mental health needs, especially post-COVID, with depression and just increases of different mental incapacities. And so we not only focus on the child, but the well-being of the entire family. So we run programs like Family Empowerment Program that helps empower family members depending on their access and needs. And then also looking at policy and advocacy that we can implement to make sure that healthcare is covered for mental health, wellness, screenings, and things like that, and just really pushing that forward. I'm also a mental health therapist, and so making sure that I'm doing some work in the community that supports that as well directly.
As a mental health therapist, what are the biggest challenges that you're hearing from any patients or families or people that you're meeting with?
Yeah, the biggest thing is just wanting to be seen, right, and heard. Their stories are very complex, and the themes are relatively the same. So you just need somebody who gives them the space to process and work through that.
What is the Literacy Boot Camp?
Yeah, so the Literacy Boot Camp is our annual camp that we do every year since we started, where we have children ages 3 to 8 come in and do all different types of activities, from mindfulness meditations to reading different mirror books. And it's just a great space for families to come and engage in all types of programs and activities.
How long does it run for?
So it runs for 3 weeks in the summer, every summer, because we saw that statistically children, especially African American children, were experiencing the summer slide, in which all of the information that they were retaining during the school year was being lost during the summer. So we wanted to have something that engaged them at that time as well.
So I imagine the answer to this might be trying to get our arms around all of Colorado.
Yes, we are.
But what's next for BCDI Colorado?
Yeah, so we're moving into a state model. We first started out with direct programming and then moved into policy and advocacy with the goal that we would meet the needs of the community on the ground, and then also do work to have systemic and institutional change so that we no longer have to exist. And so our biggest thing is moving affiliates into other parts of the state so that we can serve more people, and then contracting with bigger organizations and institutions and districts so that we can start implementing culturally competent practices and making sure that our children are being seen across the board.
Now, are you from Colorado originally?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay, so you know how big the state is. You know what's ahead of you.
I do. So I'm grateful for all of our partners and supports that we have, and so I'm pretty sure that we can get this work done.
Well, good luck with the growth, and thank you for coming by the studio.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's so nice.